Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen with a juicy Squadron 42 update, additional info on scanning, radar and mining, as well as a bit on the Eclipse Stealth Ship coming in 3.2. Fps Weapons have been given an overhaul. They are currently looking at recoil stability and projectile speed. Weapons are affected by player state. Are they moving? Are they tired? What armor do they have on? Projectiles are generated from inside of the barrel of the weapon, so literally where the weapon is pointing at the time you fire it. Ship AI have been working on the Idris takeoff and landings to help smooth them out. They've also made some canned preset flight formations for AI for large dogfights and obviously smaller wings. And they've further been working on AI targeting based on threat level, personal character bias, and suitability of the target. Fighter and gunship AI have had a lot of improvements as well. They will utilise their ships much better, depending on what their ships are. Larger ships with turrets will circle around targets, firing at them where they can. It looks like they have much better a handle on AI-controlled turrets as well now. The Odin System is prominent in Squadron 42's Episode 1, and they've been working on spacescaping, so gas cloud tech has been further improved. This is going to be used in the coil, or the Odin system, for some really interesting effects, as well as throughout Squadron 42 and Star Citizen's persistent universe, to create nebula and for mood and gas to mine eventually, as well as just to create some interesting pockets and visual and lighting texture. They can do a huge amount with this when it comes to level design and spacescaping as well, using it in so many different ways. The way that the light diffuses through it and stuff does look really pretty. They've further been making control room prop sets for Chemline. These will be used on the abandoned Chemline facilities in the Odin system, as well as other places in the verse. They've made damaged versions of the props too, for added variation. Scrap piles for an up-and-coming location in Squadron 42 that they can't talk about yet have been worked on. They're building out the texture sets and geometry of those areas now. They're also exploring other areas and visual plans for Squadron 42 scenes and vistas around Chemline and some other location types as well. Ship distress states are being iterated on, as well as further improving damaged and abandoned ships in space. So these are separate from destroyed versions, which we've previously seen on planets. Ships that are getting battered and smashed in combat, especially the larger ships like the Idris, are going to have to get very, very badly damaged, with the interiors very much reflecting that sort of massive damage to the ship. Work continues on the Bengal carrier as well, with many locations being built out and now in their final stages, including a brig. They've added various animations of behaviours to NPCs for FPS combat sets. Combat-trained NPCs will be much more difficult to kill. They will be decisive, they use cover much better, switching stances based on whether they're leaning right or left to keep their profile as small as possible. Untrained kind of combatants will be more erratic and skittish. They won't switch hands or make use of cover as well, that sort of thing. AI will work together and are aware of anything they can see or hear, as well as each other. They will switch to firing to cover when the other is reloading, that sort of stuff. So you'll have one hiding, one firing, and they'll work as a team. Lots of cool stuff like that. They're creating additional hero costumes for major characters in game, like Graves, played by John Rhys Davies. In the Squadron 42 newsletter as well, they showed a Xi'an rocket launcher, I believe. I'll link that newsletter down below. Scanning and radar stuff. So your radar allows you to passively detect targets that are within a certain range, as long as they're not being super stealthy. Although the closer you are to them, the more likely you are to detect them. Longer ranges will require you to actively ping. So this sends out a wave and then returns info about items that are much further out than your passive radar range. Pinging will make you very obvious to other players and NPCs, but has a higher chance of detecting ships with low signatures or that are stealthing near you as well. Whether you detect an item will be based on many factors. Pinging is not a I win anti-stealth button, basically. As you get closer, you'll be able to detect items and ships and objects more accurately. Also, holding your mouse over a target will give you some more information after a certain period of time, like ship owner, faction, type of ship, stuff like that. I'm assuming in the future that will actually just be any ship that you've got specifically targeted or specifically locked. Eventually, they want you to be able to do more detailed scans for a lot more info on particular targets, like seeing a crew manifest, cargo, health, what components they've got, lots and lots of different information. And you can store this info as well and sell it as part of info running or to bounty hunters if you found a particular target that you know may have a bounty on them. Being actively scanned may alert the ship that they are being scanned and as well potentially give them info on what you are scanning. Radar and scanning is going to be used for mining in 3.2 as well. Not all rocks you ping will be mineable, though they will show up on your long-range ping radar. You're going to be able to get closer to them, and that's going to give you more info on whether or not they are a mineable asteroid rather than just an inert one. So once you're in visual range, you should know if the rock is essentially mineable, and then you can scan it further to see how good its loot is. In the prospector, once you are at a mineable rock, you can scan it for more info by putting your cursor over it, and it will tell you if it's worth mining with a breakdown of its composition. Post 3.2 scanning will open scanning up to lots of different things across all ships. The Eclipse and ship shape. So they showed off some of the Eclipse Stealth Torpedo bomber in ship shape that's coming in 3.2. It's cool, angled, streamlined, single seat stealth ship. It's built to be hard to detect. It will have an atmospheric flight mode, a space flight mode, and a landing mode. In landing mode, it folds its wings up, so it's suited to effective use in space or air. It has 3 large size 9 torpedoes loaded one at a time by a mechanical arm in the center of the ship. In the future, there are plans for different torp choices, and you can select what order they are loaded. It's not a long-range ship, and it's meant to be used really as part of a group or with other ships, or in a strike or operation. The ship can fit in an Idris when it's in its landing mode. The idea in protracted battles is that you would fire your torpedoes with it, and then go and rearm and come back for another volley. It does have some defense weapons to dogfight with, although it is not a dogfighter, and fighters should be able to take them apart if they're not assisted. The Hurricane Blade 600i and Avenger rework with its variants as well are all scheduled for release with 3.2. I'll get the winner of the Maze giveaway, the Nova and Terrapin pack, and some important info up in a channel update shortly as well. This month's featured spotlight is the Damar Rally, and they're giving away a rally pack of a Tumbrel Cyclone and an Aegis Vulcan, which coincidentally is all the hardware you need to enter the rally. The Damar Rally is an annual community organised event which is set to have its inaugural endurance race on the 27th of January 2019. There will be 3 divisions over a 300-kilometre course set on Crusader's moon, Damar. It is an in-game event, and I am very much up for these. A 4-person crew can sign up their team now with a ground vehicle and support vehicle. More info, the sign up, and complete rulebook can be found on damarrally.com. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that rally pack, though, is be subscribed to my channel and comment on any of my videos throughout June. 1 per video. Each video gives you another chance to win. Also, I'm working with Shadow, which is a cloud-based subscription gaming PC service that gives you an alternative to upgrading, but also as a gaming PC anywhere. I'm trying to make the service as Star Citizen friendly as possible, but please check that out again in the description below if you're interested, and using the promo code BoredGamer will give you a discount too if you decide that you like it. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.